everyone, I'm Karen Villanueva, BSHM 4B. Explain the importance of impacts of socio-cultural aspects of the tourism and hospitality industry. Tourism and hospitality industry has both positive and negative socio-cultural impacts on the host country and their indigenous peoples. Socio-cultural impacts refers to changes to residents' everyday experiences as well as to their values, way of life, and intellectual and artistic products. These impacts mostly relate to the direct and indirect effects on the locals of their interaction with tourists and the tourism industry generally. The impact tends to be greatest and greater the contrast between the cultures of the countries of origin and those of the destination countries. For a variety of reasons, host communities often are the weaker party in the interactions with their guests and service providers, leveraging any influence they might have. Impact of tourism manifests themselves as changes in the values of behaviors of the local community that retain their indigenous identity. Changes that take place may affect and alter community structure, family relationships, collectual, traditional lifestyles, ceremonies, and morality. Nevertheless, tourism can also generate positive impact as it can foster peace, pride in culture traditions, and help curb rural-urban migration by creating local. Number 2. Explain how trends relating to socio-cultural aspects greatly affects the tourism and hospitality industry. Socio-cultural impacts are the human impacts of the tourism industry with an emphasis on changes in the quality of residence, daily life at the tourist destinations, and cultural impacts related to transformations in traditional values, social norms, and identities arising from tourism. The negative socio-cultural impacts include enclave tourism, racism, relocation of traditional communities, breaking up of the traditional family structure, increase the crime, prostitution, the adaptation of the Western safari style of dressing, and an traditionally unacceptable vulgar language by young people. Number 3. Why do you think environmental aspect greatly affects in tourism and hospitality industry? More than other field of activity, tourism depends on environment. Sequently, the environmental issues, among which destruction of biodiversity, pollution, global warming, waste increase, natural resources depletion, affect tourism as much other global issues like the economic crisis or the terrorism. Tourism can cause the same forms of pollution as any other industry. Air emissions, noise, solid waste, and littering, releases of sewage, oil, and chemicals. Even architectural visual pollution, heating, car use, etc., consumed by an average person per year to severe local air pollution.